Hello everyone, my name is Oluwadare Victor. Welcome to another amazing episode of Talk with BOYCO. In recent years, the relationship between the police and the youth have not been cordial, even though we all want to believe that the police is our friend. For our society to thrive and grow, the relationship needs to be strong, respectful and mutual. So today, I am here at the Police State CID Osogbo to have a friendly conversation with the police officer. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Thank you for having us, sir.
You're welcome.
So I would love if you can tell us a bit about your background and what inspired you to join the police force.
My background.
Yes, sir.
My name is Abiodun Ojolabi.
Right, sir.
I'm from Ogun State, and I schooled in Kano. I think that's all about me. Then what inspired me to join the police? You know, growing up as a child, we all passed through this stage of, I want to be this, I want to be that, you know, in the course of we growing up. And I could remember vividly whenever I'm being asked, what do you want to be? I said, I don't know yet. And at some point, whenever I'm being asked, I will say, I just want to provide solution to problems. That is just what I want to do. You know, and how it's going to happen, I don't know. But I just want to providing solutions to problems.
Right, yeah.
Yes, so that is when I saw police form and somebody said I should buy it. I said, no, I'm not. This is what I want to be doing. I want to be providing solutions to problems. But the person said, you're providing solutions to people's problem now. Yeah. You know, then I just say, okay, let us see how it goes. And here we are today.
Thank you for the response, sir.
You're welcome.
So, to start with, I would like you to educate us a little on what the Nigerian police force is really about.
Well, the police force is basically about protection of lives and property. Right. Yes, that is the basic duty. We have other duties outlined in the Police Act and the Constitution, but the basic of them all, the most important of them all, is protection of lives and property.
Yes. Thanks for the response. So, what does a typical day looks like for a police officer?
Well, a typical day for a police officer is, in fact, it's more than 24 hours. If I could say, if I'm permitted to use that word, it's more than 24 hours because you report for work as early as possible, before 8, order and directive which you must comply with. And you don't close until when you see that the area is calm. And there's no time the area is calm. Because definitely, even at 12 a.m., people can come to the station to come and make reports. You understand? Like me as a PRO, even at 1 a.m., people still call me. And I must respond to their calls. Equally, the CP, Commissioner of Police, you know, he responds to, sometimes he's on his phone till 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Wow.
So, attending to issues. So, as a police officer, I must tell you, it's as if our hours is more than 24 hours, and we work around the clock. There is no weekend for a police officer. There is no public holiday. There is no time for your family. Understand? So all these things are sacrifices we have decided to do, and God has been helping us.
God will continue helping you, sir.
Amen.
Yeah. So, what are some of the challenges and rewards of being a police officer?
Challenges and reward. You know, there is a song in Hausa. I'm sorry, I'm a Yoruba man.
All right.
There's a song in Hausa that always say, "Ladamu asamayake." Understand? That means your reward is in heaven. As a police officer, our reward is in heaven because the job we are doing, it is God's work. You understand? It is God's work. You know, peace and, you know, protection of lives and property. It is God's work. It is the government work. It is everybody's work. But we have signed to do it. So our reward is in heaven, but, you know, the government can still help us. The people can still help us to see that they make things easier for us and provide necessary logistics and equipment that will enable us to discharge our duty optimally.
Okay, so what about the challenges? Have you faced any any particular challenge? as a
Challenges, there are
police
much.
officer? Right,
There are
sir.
much in the course of duty. Okay, let me give an instance of one that happened last week. I mean, last month or so. Our men from State CID, they went for a case. I think it's a case of kidnapping or so. Let me not mention the name of the area.
Alright.
And in the process, they were ambushed, like
Wow.
they were attacked on the road, and 3 of them sustained gunshot injury. And I'm sure they're responding to treatment by God's grace. So these are part of the challenges, you understand. And another challenges is, like I said earlier, I don't have time for your family. As my daughter's birthday, I wasn't there, and so many things like that. Wedding anniversary, you're not there to celebrate it. Your wife's, your spouse, your loved one's birthday, you're not there. The office has taken, the bulk of your time. So these are part of the challenges. Then lack of logistics and other equipment to function optimally. Those things are equally not there. And, so many challenges, I cannot begin to count them. They are countless.
Yeah.
They are countless.
Yes. Thanks for the response, sir.
welcome.
So that will bring us to the main topic
Okay.
of the podcast. One of the big topic we want to discuss is the relationship between youth and the police. From your experience, how would you describe the relationship as of today?
You see, you were being specific. You are specific about youth.
Yes, sir.
Understand? When you talk of youth, that relationship between the police and the youth, I must tell you, it is not smooth. It is not smooth enough. I have to be very, very realistic here.
All right,
it is not smooth enough in the sense that youths of nowadays don't really have knowledge of the law or knowledge of what they ought to know. And that thing is really bringing a lot of hindrances which is blocking the relationship we ought to have with the youth. That is the police and the youth. I'm a youth, you understand?
Yes, sir.
And whenever I goes out, I try to make the youth understand that thank God we have younger people in the police now. If you look at the police now, we have younger people.
Yes, sir.
And the more reason why I think the relationship should be smoother, but it is not helping matter because the youth themselves don't really have enough knowledge that they ought to have to help them have a relationship with a good relationship with law enforcement agencies. And secondly, is that most of our youth, are engaging things that they ought not to engage in. And as law enforcement officers, we won't close our eyes and allow those things thrive in our society. If not,
sir.
the society will get to a state of chaos and lawlessness.
Yes, sir.
So by the time you will try to enforce those laws and it's affecting them directly or indirectly, that is what is making them react in this way we are seeing today.
All right. Thanks for the response, sir. So
welcome.
what are some of the common misconceptions young people have about police officers?
A lot of misconception, but the common one I can say is whenever they see police, what comes to their mind is extortion. I just want to collect my money. Understand? And that is one of the misconceptions about police. Youth, if you ask an average youth, they will ask, I don't want to see police on the road. Yes. But let us look at it. If there are no police on the road, let us imagine how it will be.
Don't be safe, actually.
Let us just imagine it. Both at night, some you don't want to see police, especially at night, massive. Night is the main problem. But the society cannot be saved like that. That is the practical truth about it, you understand? So one of the misconceptions is whenever a youth sees police, he just say, this is my problem.
Nothing
He wants
there.
to collect my money. Extortion. That is just a
All right.
misconception there.
Do you think the media or social media affect the way the young people view the police? Maybe with what they see online, police, maybe brutality. Do you feel it affects the way?
You see, the social media affects virtually everything.
All right, sir.
So let me talk of the police now, how it affects the way the people see the police. Yes, the social media I must say this. Social media only reports most of the negative aspects of the police and most of the negative aspects of the country as a whole.
Yes, sir.
Every country, every organization has its own bad side.
Yes.
Nevertheless, we are doing all our best to curtail it, to manage it, and to control it. But social media, once the wrong information gets to their hand, they just blow it off, and that is what everybody, maybe it's to gain followers or to gain likes, to whatever they want to do with their social media handles. But we forget the primary the damages we are causing because of what we want to get from our handles, from our page, and whatever. The damage is causing to the institution and to the country at large. You understand? So this is how social media has affected the way people see the police. You understand? A lot. Most people, the cases they even drag on social media, they don't really know the fact of the case. They don't know the fact of the matter. Yes. All they know is, it's police. Their mind has, turned the other way around.
All right, sir. I would love if you can share a moment when you had a positive interaction with a young person that really stuck with you.
About the police?
Like when you had the maybe positive impacts on a youth or someone close to you that you can share with us, sir.
You see, as the PRO for the Associate Police Command, I've had interaction with a lot of youths.
All right, sir.
Yes, and let me share experience with some of them. One of them sent a prayer to me, and it was just praying that God bless you, God bless you. I've never seen a policeman like that. Not because I'm a PRO, it is my nature. You understand? It is my nature. And the other day, some social media handles uploaded me and they were commending me, not because I'm the PRO, because it is my nature. So countless of youths I've had encounter with, and I can say 90 to 95% are positive. Not because, I repeat, not because I'm a PRO, because it's my nature. Other places I've served, you understand? I always tell people, these are youths, let us enlighten them. That is just my policy. Enlighten them, not just whenever they commit offense, you just hammer on the offense. Enlightenment has always been my policy. Let them know. Right. I always tell people, once you let the youth know what he has done that is wrong, although some of them are, you will always have deviants among them, but some of them, once you make them understand that what you did, this is the law aspect of it, is wrong, they will reason with you. Yes. And I've been seeing a lot of them.
Thank you for the response, sir. You're welcome. Many young people do say they feel misunderstood or even afraid when they see the police. From your view, what causes that fear or mistrust?
You say, how will you see a police and get scared if you don't have skeleton in your cupboard? No, we have to be very, very realistic. If I'm not sick, okay, let me use a child. If a child is not sick and he sees a doctor that wants to inject him with the syringe, he won't fear because he's not sick. But once he's sick, most children, when they see a doctor with the syringe, they will start crying. That is how most youth see police. Because police is like we are holding a syringe that, okay, we will treat what is wrong with you. So whenever they see police, they just feel, have a change of mind and, about the police.
All right, sir. But what can you say concerning some brutality cases that the youth go through from the police? What can you say about it?
Okay, you see, as I said earlier, the authority of the police will not condone any form of brutality, any form of unprofessionalism, any form of misconduct. We won't condone it and we won't tolerate it. Any officer that is found guilty will be dealt with according to the law. You understand? So, you see, whenever a youth sees police and this affects their mood or whatever, let us take a critical look at what triggers it. As I said earlier, if you don't have anything to hide, you don't have anything to fear.
All right, sir.
Understand? Once your papers are up to date, there is no incriminating thing in your vehicle, and you see the police and they are talking definitely they might go to the point of, oh yeah, what you get for us, that is the highest. It is not a must. You don't have to give them anything. You don't have to say anything once the people are okay. And if they ask, let us go to the station, where is your station? Let them give you that station. And I always say this, let me advise the public, please, before you follow any policeman to the station, you have to see their means of identification.
All right,
understand? Not just when you see people on jacket, and you have to see their means of identification, then to let you know that that genuine police officer, you follow them to the station. Once you have any misconception, anything that is not clear to you, follow them to the station for clarity. I don't know if that answers your question, or you can.
Yes, that did already.
Okay.
Thank you for the response, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
But I would love to ask that, what are the steps being taken within the force to build better relationships with the youth? Like, how is the police force trying to get closer to the youth so some of these misunderstanding can be cleared, and the youth can know police are our friend. So when they see the police next time, they won't have to start running or being scared.
It's a part of the, I've said earlier, part of the step we're taking, as I said earlier. Most of the police officers you see now are now young men. Yes. Not just young men, enlightened people. Yes. We have MSc holders, we have PhD holders, even among the police. We have doctorate holders and the rest. We have professionals among us, understand? So these are some of the steps we are taking. Secondly, last time we did a program called Servicom Week. We invited the youth leaders and other stakeholders to see, the police, we see it as if we are rendering a service. How is our service? We analyze our service through some stakeholders. The areas we are not doing enough, we try to do it. And we also tell them the areas we are doing better, you should try and commend us. Understand? It's true. It has to be vice versa. You understand? That is one. That is true, rather. Also, part of the step we are taking about having this, bridging the gap between the youth and the police is that severally we've been trying to hold program with, we start with students union leaders, because they are youth, and that is where the youth mainly, most of them are in school, in one way or the other. Yes, so I think I have invited student union leader for one of the university in Osun State here. He has been posting me, and they post me now. Like, he has been posting me, I say, come, let us see how we can, bridge this gap among youth and the rest. He has been posting me, although one or two of them has turned up, and we've held meeting. We've had meeting with NYC, and it's Nigerian Youth Council of Nigeria. Right. We are close. And last week, I think NAN, National Association of Nigerian Students, also wrote to come. We are all doing all these things to bridge the gap between the police and the youth. All right, sir.
Thank you for the response, sir. So, how do you personally approach a situation involving young people, especially if it is tense or emotional?
Well, this is personal though. You see, once a situation is tensed, as trained officers, first and foremost, you must be in charge. I was telling some of my officers, you have to be in charge, no matter how tense it is. Once your boys hear your voice, they should be able to listen and carry out your directive. You understand? No matter how tense it is, once you tell them stop, they should stop. Once you say go, they should go. So personally, I have learned that aspect of you have to be in charge. Once you are the most senior man on ground, you have to be in charge, and that is the only way you can manage every situation. And the same thing applies to our daily life activities. Wherever you find yourself, as the head, as the senior brother, as the father, as an uncle, you have to be in charge. You have to be responsible, and that is when they can assign responsibilities to you. That's when they can say you are responsible. Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you for the response, sir. What advice would you give to a youth who feel like the police don't want to listen or they are not friendly?
First of all, my advice is the youth should clear his mind of every misconception he has had about the police. That is one. Secondly, the youth should try as much as possible to have, let me say it in Yoruba, ẹ̀mí ìfarabalẹ̀. You should have the spirit of calmness. Because what really triggered most of the issue is we are not calm in certain situations. Once we see the police, we just flare up. You should be calm. You understand? And another advice is, please, as a youth, have the number of your PRO, have the number of the DPOs that are closer to you in your area. Then have some police officers you can easily reach out to for clarity on things we don't understand. You understand? For clarity on things we don't understand. And whenever police approach you, whenever you approach a police checkpoint, please let us be calm. In us, the reason why most of us are not calm is because probably our papers are not up to date. You don't have a driving license. You are maybe one small weed inside your motor where no one will see. All those kind. We know now we're in the street. We are young also, so we know what is happening. So please let us, as a youth out there, whenever you say police, just be calm. Just be calm. And have the number of your PRO so you can lay your complaint. We have our handles out there. You can lay your complaints there. You can, and it will be acted upon.
All right. Thank you for the response, sir.
Yeah.
This is kind of a little bit personal, though.
Okay.
What right does a youth or a citizen have once been stopped by a police officer? And what right can't be claimed by a citizen when being stopped by a police officer?
Okay. That is two questions in one. Most times I was at the orientation camp last time. This is part of our program of reaching out to the youth. I was at the orientation camp last time and I told them, I've been hearing youths crying out for, I know my right, I know my right. But that section of the Constitution comes with rights and responsibilities. Nobody has talked about the responsibilities.
They are just talking
All
about
you've been
rights.
hearing is, I know my right, I know my right. Then what are your responsibilities? That section talked about rights and responsibilities. I think that should be section 34 also, 33 downwards. Right and responsibility. So, as a youth approaching the police, the right you should know is, one thing you should know is that the policeman on that road is there to protect you, one, and is under the law, is representing the government. If he does anything contrary, you have a means of reporting him too. And also you should know that part of your right is you should not be asking of some of your personal details. Some of your personal details, it is not allowed. A driving license is a public something. The vehicle particulars are public something. If it's asking for those public things, then you should provide them. But if it's asking for your private details or private things that concerns you, you have your right not to give those things to him, except if you are being investigated. Maybe there's a petition against you, and they are being investigated. As at that point, they can ask both personal and public private questions. Yes. But one thing I want you to know is, whenever a policeman stops you on the road and is asking of your private personal things, personal credentials, you don't have to give. But we should understand, we should have a knowledge. Let me don't bring a misconception here. Your driving license is not personal. It is public.
Yes, sir.
Your vehicle particulars are not personal, they are public.
Yes, sir.
Those things are public. Where do you work? These are public things.
Information.
Yeah, public information you can give out. You understand? That won't harm you. But once they begin to ask, what is your NIN? Which bank are you using? Do you have crypto? All those things don't concern them. Except if there is a petition against you, there's a case reported against you, and you are under investigation, they can ask anything.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I thank you for. Before coming here this morning, I posted a question on my WhatsApp status.
Okay.
So I like some question you would love to ask a police officer if you are privileged or if you are chanced.
Yes.
So I got some questions, which I would love to ask also.
Yes.
Yeah. Why can't the police ask for increment of salary? Because some people, we do hear, they will say, do you even know how much we are collecting? Kinikon, like, is it not possible to make a request that, okay, this salary is not, we are doing, our work is more than this. Is it possible? Or who are we supposed to, or is there a way the citizen or the youths can help out, maybe by protesting or something, that okay, help us, help our police officer, they are really doing their work, they are trying. Is there a policy that says police can ask for increment of salary?
You see, if you are in an organization, if you are working for an organization,
All right, sir.
and you are not okay with what they are paying you, if you are privileged to meet your boss, you can ask. Am I right? Yes. And the other option you have is, if you are not okay with their salary, you get a better offer, you leave. Are you getting it?
Right.
So, as an organization, as an institution, it will be an act of misconduct to be asking. How do you ask? How do you ask in the first place? So we are not. There is no section of the law that permits us to ask for that, except if the government deems fit to do that. As for the public, they can help us because we are serving the public. They can help us in means they think they can to see that okay, a better welfare for the police. We will appreciate that. But for us to go and who do we go and meet? We are federal government agents, we are federal government employees. So
okay, that would bring me to this question actually. Who can help the police plead to the government?
Everybody. Everybody can help the police. You can help. Anybody can help the police.
All right, sir.
Anybody can help.
Okay, is police really our friend?
Well, police is your friend if only you don't have anything to hide. Police cannot be friends with criminals because definitely there will be a clash. Except if the police is also a criminal. That's when there can be relationship. But if the police is actually doing his duty, there will always be a clash between the police and the criminal elements. But once you are okay, I'm giving you 100% assurance the police is your friend and the police is somebody you would like to relate with. And I will advise all of us to always have a meaningful discussion with our police friends. Meaningful discussion, not just go to beer parlor or go to one place and hang around unnecessarily. Yes. Have meaningful discussion with them, and you will see that police are good people to hang out with.
All right, sir. Yeah. Thank you for the response.
You're welcome.
If you could go back in time, would being a police officer be your choice?
Of course, over and over again, it would be my choice. You understand? But nevertheless, with the way the system is being run, it might be somehow for someone to say he wants to be a police officer due to the challenges. As I said earlier, the challenges we face is kind of on the high side, and motivation, morale is not really there, and a lot of benefits which the police don't have right to start talking here and there for those things. So all those things will really deter you from saying I want to be. But if you look inward, if you look deep, you will see that me personally, I would like to be a police officer again. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So looking ahead, what do you think needs to be changed on both sides for the relationship between youth and police to truly improve?
Yes, let me talk about the police aspect. We need to change our mindset about the youth.
Right.
Yes, I have to say this frantically. You understand? Once a policeman sighted a young guy with dread, with iPhone, he becomes a suspect automatically. You understand? That is part of our mindset we need to change. You understand? But nevertheless, when you see a boy of 16 using Venza, doesn't it call for suspicion? You understand? So these things are interwoven. You understand? They're interwoven. So my advice, I've been talking to our men, the commissioner of police, the authorities of the police in National Command and the nation as a whole. I've been advising them and talking to them about the way you approach situation, the way you approach people, especially the youth. You understand? That several lectures have been held, understand, on that. So I'm sure we are working on it, and you know, it is not automatic.
Yes,
it is not automatic. Gradually, we will be seeing changes.
Gradual
Then,
process.
on the aspect of the youth, please, whenever you see a police officer, don't be tensed. Don't just build up anger from nowhere. You understand? Don't just build up anger based on previous experiences. You understand? Have experience of the person in your front, then that is when you can, you know, say something about that person. But we tend to generalize. Please, the youth, we should not generalize. You understand? We should not generalize. I'm surprised when I see some of us, some of the youth that can boldly say now, some of them are really good. And like a youth that can say, no, some policemen are really good. Then you don't hear anything about that. What you see is, police, they are bad. But now we are seeing changes. Some youth can say, yes, some police are good. It's just that the bad ones are, you know. So that is
all right. Thank you, sir. So, what role can young people play in making the society better?
There are so many roles we can play as young people.
All right, sir.
Number one is you should know the law, have a knowledge of the law. As I said earlier, most youth say, I know my right, and some of them don't know nothing. I don't know if you understand me. Some of them don't know anything. So they just hear from their friend and believe, just like that, without confirming certain things. So I would just advise they should have a knowledge of the law. They should actually know what they are saying. They should have a full knowledge before they begin to say certain things. Understand? That is just my advice. I don't know if that answers your question. Or
Yeah, it does. Please. Thank you, sir. Yeah. What would you say to someone who is watching, who might want to join the police one day?
Well, to our viewers out there, it might interest you that once the police rolls out application, you see millions applying. I wonder where they're coming from. Well, if you're interested in joining the police, please don't let anyone kill your dream, and don't have the mindset that you are coming for revenge. You are coming to hunt those that have hurt you. Come with the mindset that you are coming to save. This is a job of service. I'm telling you the truth. This is a job of service, and if you come with that mindset that you are coming to save, you definitely get it. But if you are coming with the mindset you are coming to hunt somebody that have offended you in your village or in your organization, whatever, then you are coming with a different motive. I don't know. What is the question again, please?
What would you say to someone watching who might want to join the police someday?
Those watching, I must say the truth. The police is a very enviable profession. Yes, enviable profession, and a profession that aligns with God's purpose. You understand? A profession that aligns with God's purpose. And I must tell you, if you are eager, if you desire to join the police, don't let anything kill your passion. Just move towards it, and by God's grace, you will get it.
Yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate for sharing your time and perspective with us. I think conversations like this are important because they remind us that real change starts with understanding and not assumption, sir. So thank you so much, sir. To everyone watching, what do you feel about what Officer Ojelabi Abiodun has shared with us today? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep the conversation going.